been a hell of a day. And I got home this morning. I really wanted to go get on here, get on the stream, but I couldn't. Like I was tired, laid down. I woke up. I think I woke up like around 4. I put a movie on. I got home about 12. Left around 8. Got home around 12. I was out of it. Like I started to turn on the stream and get to it, but I couldn't. My eyes was drowsy, so I laid it down. I slept till about 4. I slept till 4. Nah, I woke up around. I don't know what time I woke up. Be honest with you, cause I went to sleep about I want to say it was like 2. So I woke up about 5. You know, and I sat around for a minute, turn my upload, fire my movie back up that I didn't finish, and I ain't seen it so long. Got to it, but scratch all that. We here. That was my movie, and get rid of it. You see at the top of the screen, I watched it on 1, 2, 3 movies. But scratch all that. I seen this yesterday, and I want to get to it. You know what I mean? It happened 23 hours ago. I should have got on it yesterday when it posted, when it first was published. That's what I need to do. That's what you're gonna get more from me. Stories, soon as they publish, I'm gonna be on top of it. But I will be selecting stories that piques my interest too. But the stories that as soon as they publish, you know what I mean, that pique my interest, I want to be on that. I want y'all to expect that from me, that we be on, you know what I mean, that type of time. So when something first pop, you can expect that from me to bring it to you. And I try to give my unbiased opinion. I need my hand sanitizer. It is in my bag right here by the door. My hand sanitizer. Got to be up here somewhere by my desk. It's not in there. What the hell? My hand sanitizer ain't in there? So where is that? Oh, it's in my car. I remember seeing it. It's definitely in my car. Okay. Put some alcohol on my hand, then. I'll be right back. Hold that thought before we get started. Phone where? Oh, my phone right here in my face. Okay. Now, I always wonder, do alcohol, you like sanitizer? You know, sanitizer contains alcohol in it. I be wondering, do this like burn off a layer of your skin? Like peel off a layer of your skin? These are fire. Fire. I don't really mess with too much hot stuff, but these are fire. And I want to sanitize my hands. Let me do it one more time because I feel like my fingers has my fingers weren't too much involved in that right there. So I want to get them on my fingers. I just want to take like 2 pretzels until my checker fries get done. But check this out. This little situation right here, if you can read in the title, in the description, it says 3 missing in Texas found dead. Oh no. Yeah, 3 missing in Texas found dead. 3 men charged with murder. Okay. So let's check this out.
Authorities in Parker County say 3 men came to a home to rob a group of people and murder. Authorities in Parker County say 3 men came to a home to rob a group of people and murdered them.
Victims' bodies were found later, dumped in a creek. At least 1 victim was found with his head covered.
We got to do better. I don't encourage no criminal offense, but if you rob and steal, you can't do it without kill. You can't do it without a kill. Come on, man. If you rob and steal, you telling me you can't do it without a kill? I know you can. It don't make no sense. It don't. It really don't. To kill them, was they not complying?
Covered and duct taped. The Parker County Sheriff's Office confirmed today the 3 bodies found last week in Hood County are the same 3 people reported missing earlier in the week. Fox 4's David Santandri with more on the clues that led police to the suspects. David.
Well, Stephen, Heather, it was a fingerprint which led investigators to identify 1 suspect. And then according to an arrest warrant affidavit, that suspect admitted to having involvement in the murder and then flipped on the people he says were also involved.
It's not a reality. This is a movie.
Tiffany Williams, her boyfriend David Walker, and their friend Robbie Head.
What the hell he just say? He said this is not a reality. This is a movie. I know you ain't just say that. That ain't even make sense. What the hell are you talking about? This is not a reality. This is a movie. That's what he said. Listen to this.
Which led investigators to identify 1 suspect, and then according to an arrest warrant affidavit, that suspect admitted.
You mean this is not a movie? This is reality. That's what you mean to say.
To having involvement in the murder, and then flipped on the people he says were also involved.
It's not a reality. This is a movie.
Tiffany Williams, her boyfriend David Walker, and their friend Robbie Head lived at this home off Myrtle Lane in the Granbury section of Parker County, where investigators believe the 3 were murdered during a robbery Easter Sunday. Fox 4 speaking with Everett Williams, a friend of the couple killed.
Jealousy, greed, that's what I think this is about.
According to arrest warrants, Tiffany Williams' niece went to the home Easter Sunday, but found no one there, the Ring doorbell missing, and the house in disarray. She contacted the Parker County Sheriff's Office. It began investigating and found large evidence of blood inside and signs gunshots were fired. Investigators connected a fingerprint at the crime scene to Trin McKnight. According to arrest warrants, McKnight, one of 3 now charged with capital murder, cooperated with investigators, sharing details of what he says happened.
Hey, you know, I find it so funny that niggas is so conscious and so aware of the street code and the moral ethic which is upheld in the streets, but they don't. As soon as they get pinched, as soon as they get knocked, they fold. They fold on the whole team. You know, to put it in perspective, where it's high publicized, they accuse Gunner of snitching on Young Thug. You know what I mean? And skeptics try to say that Gunner is not privy to the judicial terms and he was tricked into telling on Young Thug. You say tomato, I say tomato. But this case right here, you know, it's a clear case of like niggas ain't loyal, man. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody but yourself. You know what I mean? They say two is company, three is a crowd. You know, the only way 3 people keep a secret is 2 of them dead.
The 3 suspects, 27-year-old McKnight, 45-year-old Dennis Alexander, and 19-year-old Barrett Copeland, allegedly planned to rob the victims of drugs and money inside the home.
None of that is worth it, bro. Not a damn bit of it, man.
During the robbery, Dennis Alexander allegedly shot and killed all 3 victims. Alexander sometimes stayed at the victim's home, according to Everett Williams.
He was at the table with me, man. This guy sat across the table from me, man, and laughed and joked, played with me, man.
The suspects allegedly wrapped the victims' bodies, loaded them into one of the victims' own cars, and dropped them off at a creek 1 mile away. Their bodies found 4 days later, April 24th. Arrest warrants were signed on Monday.
And you take what punishment you got because you were sorry for taking my mans from me and everybody else in this world, man.
So, see? And I just said that before the case unfolded. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody. This guy obviously broke bread with them. He must was jealous or envy or seen an opportunity and wanted to capitalize on it, you know, and brought 2 other individuals in it, 2 other younger individuals, you know what I mean? Which he didn't have to do. He could have moved on it on his own. But, you know, he brought another individual that left a fingerprint, got popped, and folded on the whole squad. You know, I can't give education on like niggas not doing their job and sticking, you know, to the code, because, you know, that's not what I'm here for. You know, I'm here to go in a positive direction. And to be real with you, I'm here to clown that type of lifestyle. I don't encourage it. You know what I mean? In no way, shape, or fashion. You know, no way, shape, form, or fashion do I encourage this lifestyle. And you just looking at the pictures and being that it's a murder, I could like narrow it down to why they was killed. It had to be drugs and money involved. You know what I mean? Just looking at the brother picture, I could tell, and I ain't saying because he with the white girl, but I could tell the conditions of the house that they were selling work. You know, they were moving some work, and they probably was stacking their bread. You know, and the way the house looked, it looked like it was a great cover up. You know, they was way out of what's they say, Parker. I never even heard of that. Parker, Texas. I have no idea where that's at. You know, it got to be somewhere around the metropolitan area. You know, Fort Worth or Dallas, some little outer skirt that's more of a rural area. But you know, it's sad to see. It's a sad occasion for these 3. And it's also sad for the 3 that's charged, because 6 lives lost in this instance, you know, in an instant. All about all over greed, and you know, I don't know if jealousy played a part, but obviously it had to be some type of form of greed and one wanting to attain money, illegitimate, you know, in an illegitimate fashion at the cost of murder. You know, it's not worth it. You know, it's like the cat that killed Young Dolph. He agreed to, bro. They clowning him for only getting $800. I can't even see you doing it for 40. 40,000 ain't nothing. Especially when you didn't have 40, like beyond 40,000. 40,000. I had 40,000 during the pandemic. $40,000, that ain't shit. I made that in 6 months. And then lost it as soon as I caught a case. Like, bro, that shit is not worth it. That money these guys throwing their life away for. I swear, if you just stay out here in the realm of this atmosphere, you gonna make 40,000, 50,000, and I ain't talking about the money go through your hand and you spending and you never see that lump sum of money. You know what I mean? Where a year passed or 6 months passed, and you got money coming in, going out, and to the point where you be like, you sit back and think, like, I had to at least touch 100,000. I had to leave. 100,000 went through my hands. I don't have it. No, I'm saying if you like stay the course in this lifestyle and stay focused and on your mission of just getting your bread, you gonna see 40, 50,000 easy. I'm talking about stacked up, have it tucked away. That's nothing. That's nothing. My nigga, 100 is nothing. If you paying bills and your bill is $1,200, you know what I'm saying, $1,500, bro, you spending $15,000 to $12,000 in rent a year. So you got some cheese, you know what I'm saying? You got about 40, 50 coming through your hand, not even taking into account all the other bills. Cause if you paying bills on top of your rent is $1,500. 10 months, that's 15,000. Think about the gas you spending, money on clothes, money on weed, whatever vices you have, gambling, smoke, cigarettes, caffeine for us like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, alcohol, Hennessy, bro. All of it adds up. I'm telling you. Jack in the Box, Burger King, McDonald's, whatever it is that you spend it all, you touching some bread. If you cut a lot of those vices out, cut a lot of those McDonald's and Jack in the Box trips out, a lot of Wingstop out, a lot of cigarette purchases, them box of cigarettes and them sandwiches from 7-Eleven, wings and them 7-Eleven cookies. If you cut a lot of that out, you will see that 50,000 or that 40,000 stacked up, put away. You know what I mean? Don't bury it, because that money will mildew and stick together. It's other. You could put your currency, your paper currency, in other forms and fashion to where it will appreciate. It might depreciate depending on what type of stocks you put it in, what type of bullion or Bitcoin, but this is the thing about certain forms of currency. You could travel with it without being questioned. You take bullion overseas, you could possess 50,000 in bullion. When you get caught with it, they not gonna contact FBI or the government to say, hey, he got more than 10,000 in currency on him. No, the guys I associate with, that I mess with, that really, I really, really mess with, I make them privy of this. Like a Rollie, we don't buy it just to flex it or bust it down. No. You know what I'm saying? That's like federal agents and all them. They buy Rollies, so if they have to ever leave this country, they could sell it. They could take it with them. And the authorities and TSA ain't questioning, oh, he got a Rolex. But go through TSA and have 10 or better. You got 10 or 20,000, they're going to be, oh, yeah, they stopping you. But go through TSA with a Rolex, they ain't stopping you. Then when you get overseas, you pop it off. 15, 20,000. See, when you dealing with a mind that no finance, yeah, that's how I come across.
3 of those suspects charged with capital murder, $1 million bonds. They are being held.
They bond is I guarantee is, I don't know how North of the number that they obtained from robbing these people, but I guarantee that $1 million bond is like 20-fold, probably 500 times fold north of what they obtained from them, that couple, you know, that couple and a friend that was that lost their lives in that situation. You know, it's a sad occasion, man. Just get out here and work for your money. I just got presented with a $30 an hour job, and it's through a temp service. So it's jobs out here that you can eat from. Eat. If you fly straight and you know, I know you can't rewind time and take back the past. You know, you can't change the past. But the future, you can make a different story. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. It's situations, it's opportunities out here that'll put you in a better situation. You just gotta stay the course, you know, until you find them. You gotta stay on the hunt for them. You gotta make the right connections. You gotta be sociable, you know, with the right people. Not, I can't say the right people. Let me take that back. Not the right people, but you got to be sociable with everybody, because you never know what somebody can present, or, you know what I'm saying, what somebody can present you with, or what opportunity they might not be taking advantage of, but they're connected to the resources that connect you to that. Hey, man, this is life. You only got one. You feel me? It's your choice. God gave us the freedom, a will to choose. And that's why Adam bit the apple, because he lets Eve deceive him, all because she was deceptive. She was deceptive. She was vulnerable for deception, and instead of her doing it, guess what? That's the evil. She decided to have Adam do it because she was kind of scared of the ramifications that might come from biting the apple. See, it's a dirty game, man. You got to maintain and be careful who you f***ing with.